Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a little necklace using some pretty chain, some rings, and spacers, of course, because you know me, I have to have spacers. But we're going to have this beautiful heart that came in my FOC Found Objects Challenge from Thunderhorse Descendant as its focal. I painted it. It was originally just silver like the other side, but I have painted it to make it be pretty. And some of the other beads from my Found Objects Challenge kit. So let's turn down and I will show you what I plan on doing. So here is our pile of beads and some spacers. Now, all of these beads here, oops, all the little these and the little tiny yellow pearls, as well as these over here, are from my kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this, and then we're going to have seed beads under it to keep it from taking a gander wherever it feels like going. So we'll probably have 4 or 5 here. And then this is a big bale, and actually these beads will almost go into it. So we are going to have to be careful how we put these in. Then I have these really cool bead caps that I also got from Randy. They're like a little lotus. They're going to go here, and then one of our big guys will go here. We'll go another one of these. And this guy. Well, I'm not sure I have enough to do what I was originally thinking of doing, because we only have 6, it looks like, and I'd need 8. That's a pity, because I was thinking I'd put this guy here on this side, and then 1, 2, oh, that's 6. That's perfect. So we'll go like that. Do the same over here, of course. Oh, actually, instead of this little guy, I was thinking of putting the big guy back in here, so that isn't perfect, because now we've got don't have enough for the other side. Go here. We'd need 2 more of these to, but you know what? I have a different kind of these, and instead of using these right here in the middle, I think we may go get the other bead cap, and then we can have these on either side, because the secondary side matches really nicely with these beads here. So then we've got some others. We've got the seed beads again, of course, and we have a couple of little yellow pearls. There's not a whole bunch of those, but I think I will put a few here. And then another one of these guys. Now we're not going to go all the way up, obviously, because I've got, get this little tray out of our way here. I've got, we're going to put these, it's going to go up and hook onto these rings, and then the rings are going to, the chain is going to hook onto the rings to finish it up. So now, since there are looks like I have 8 of these little yellow pearls left. And since I don't want to go really far up, maybe I will take the seed beads back out, or just put in enough to put these right here, and then put some of these yellow pearls down here instead of the seed beads. And that might be better, because the seed beads obviously are not part of our kit, though they do go fine with our little pave piece. But I think I like this, so then we could do some more spacers here and just go up a bit more. So I think we'll move some of these pearls to here. I think 4 rather than the seed beads. And of course we'll have to have some spacers here. Oop. To between the not necessarily between the pearls, but between the pearls and the glass. I think this is India glass. So what I'm going to do for there is I've got both daisy spacers and washer spacers, and what I think I'm going to do is do a stack of spacers of 2 daisies and a washer. Oop. I'll do it here too. And that may be all we need. We'll have to make that decision. See, I needed 4 other of these guys, so let's get these 4 out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these ones will go in between here. So let's get some beading wire out, and we'll start beading these up, see how long it is once we get this in. So I decided on some medium fluorite colored SoftFlex. So because those will match those green beads, it matches these green beads pretty darn well. See how that is? So we'll just pull out a little length here. I'll put a bead stopper on this one end, and we'll just start beading this up. So would be ending with this guy as we have it set up right now, and then we'll do the daisy washer daisy. And then the 2 pearls. Now if we wanted to, we could also put a like a daisy or a washer between our pearls. Maybe I'll put a daisy between them. And then we'll do the daisy washers again. Daisy washer. Oop. Go. Now there's this little first little bit, and that's about 1 inch. Now we're going to put this guy on. Okay, now this is where our bail will go over the top. And as you can see, it can slide around on those. But that's all right. So let those pearls sit there. And now when we get this strand done, we'll see how long it is and see if we want to add some more beads to it. However, if we do, since we only have two of the little pearls left, we would have to make sure that we it will just be the green beads here if we go on from there. So we'll see what we decide. Oh, not that bead. It's the time for the little pearls. Now, by all rights, this is where we're ending as far as our beaded portion. Now, we can add some more to it if we feel that we want it to be a little longer, since we do have still got some of these style of beads left, quite a few of them, in fact. We only have 2 of the pearls, so the pearls are not going to go in. because I could put them in, but I was thinking that we could make a pair of earrings to match this little necklace. But you know what? Maybe not. Let's just put one of the little pearls on either side. And what we'll do then is do the so it's the same on either side. I'm not sure how long we want this to be. Where'd that washer go? Oh, it's up here on the medallion. So that just adds a little bit more to this side, just this little bit, but that's all right. I like it. So now let's see how long this particular piece is. And middle would be right here. So it's going to be about 5, which will make it 10, and then we could put in about 10 inches of chain to make it about 20 inches. So I think this is fine. We'll quit right here, and I'll put a spacer on here just to be. And we'll cut our wire. This is probably about all we need because we've got a whole tail over here. So we'll cut it, push it down to here, bring our wire stopper down here, or bead stopper, and cut this off. So now that we've got this cut, we're going to finish putting the rest of the beads on that we had here originally, or on the other side, I should say. And that is just this little pattern here to go with what we've got here. And then the one pearl. And one of these. And then we'll put on the last of this daisy spacer as well. So there we go. This is our beaded portion. And like I say, this is going to hang down here at the bottom, our heart. And then we are going to hook both sides here to our rings. We should have 2 rings up. The other one's right in here. Now if we wanted to, we could hook it directly to the chain so that it was, you know, and you know, maybe I will, because these rings just look big with just well, you know what, let's just crimp it and then we'll decide what we're going to do. We can hook it on with jump rings. So if I just crimped it without hooking it directly on, but to work with jump rings, that'll work. So I think that's what we're going to do. So let's get some crimps out, and we'll decide after the fact what we're going to do with the whether we're going to put the rings on or not. Well, getting my crimps out, I decided to put some of these things up, and I discovered one more pearl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side here and I'm going to pull it off to where the pearls are at down here. And I'm going to add this pearl to the 4 that are here. That will give us a little bit more pearls to be underneath our spacer down here, or our bail, I should say. So then we'll put these all back on here quickly. Now, if there'd been 2 more pearls in the pile here, I most likely would have kept them out for earrings. But because there was only the one, that gives us a little more pearls down here. And see how that looks nice down there with the bail, so that it's, since the pearls are going under the bail, that leaves plenty showing for our leaves plenty of the yellow pearls showing for our piece here. Now that we've got that put back together, we're going to take one of our crimp tubes that we brought out here, and we're going to make a loop on this side for our jump ring to sit on. And it decided it could go through all the way down to here, which is fine. It won't go through the pearl, of course, but that's all right. Now, since this is the first side, I don't have to worry about making sure that my beads that I'm going to keep on my wire are still there. They can just go as they see fit right now, and then we will push them on in a minute after we have this bead all crimped on here. So we'll crimp this side up. Okay, now we're going to roll these, we can cut it right here. So we'll cut our wire right here, and then we'll roll the beads up here. Now, if there's a little tail left, which there is right now on this side, because this washer spacer will go over it, I'm not worried about it. So now we'll just roll this baby over to this side, and we'll crimp this side up. We'll just bring her to right here. Get our crimping pliers over our crimp bead. Check to see how close they are. And crimp. Come on, stop turning, baby. See if it's nice and tight. Seems to be, so we'll cut our extra wire off right here. So there is this baby all ready to go. Now we need to decide on two things. Well, this is not a decision. We have to hook this up here. Da-da-da. And then we have to decide how long we want it to be and if we want to use these rings. Because these rings are a little bit big, normally I don't mind a bigger bead, but we stopped, a bigger ring, but we stopped at a smaller one. So I did locate these smaller rings here. And I'm thinking maybe they're what we want to use. So we will put these two bigger ones aside with the other extra stuff we're not going to use here. And then we've got to decide on our length to put our chain up on the other side here. So because this is a bigger ring, I don't think a Tinky Tot will work. So we're going to find the mediums of my jump rings, and we're going to use those. So I think they're right here. Are you the mediums? Yes. So we'll hook these up with our medium jump rings by just simply opening it up going through our ring of SoftFlex we left here and then through our pretty ring here. Come on, you go over. Oh, I just noticed something I did that I should not have done, and that is I put the ring downwards when I put this jump ring on, and now it doesn't want to sit properly. So let's open this back up and get the ring back off. And actually, I've sort of decided not to use these rings. I have some other rings that I got from Beadbox Bargains that I think will work just as well, if not even a little better. These ones are, oh, come on, it doesn't want to come off. Well, actually, I could just close it right now and it would be fine. So maybe we will just leave these rings on. I just got to make sure I got them so that they're sitting the proper way when I have them sitting on here. Yeah, that's better. It's fine. So we just, this jump ring isn't quite closed properly, so we need to do that. And get the other side on. Whoop. Okay, so now we have our two rings on. Ta-da. And we just need to put our chain now on from the ring to the chain, and then put our piece down here. So now the first thing we want to decide though is how long do we want this baby? It needs to have a specific length. So let's check it out. It is now about 5.5 inches. We want probably about, I'm thinking we want probably about 5 inches on each side. So we're going to stop right here. I'm going to cut this little ring right here. And we'll do the same on this side. Now, because this starts and ends at a ball, and I should have cut it off at the link rather than the ball, I'm going to cut the link off here so that it's matching on this side. And it's kept its little piece of chain hooked up in here. We don't want that to happen, so we gotta loosen that up. There we go. And then right here. Now, because this other side is not going to be going onto our necklace, I'm not going to cut that extra little piece off. I'm just going to put it back in its baggie, and then we will hook this chain onto our rings. Now, one of my concerns with the chain is that the jump ring may not go through our ring because these are really tiny little rings. So we'll see if it will. And it won't. That's what I was afraid of. So we do need to substitute. We do need a Tinky Tot on here to go on here. But in order to do that, what we're going to need to do, and it's fine to do this. This is not sitting quite right. Is you take your regular jump ring. This one's open already. And we're going to go onto here. And we're going to just put it on like we would normally, without anything on the other side. So close that up. Ta-da. Do I have that ring going weirdo again? The jump ring. There we go. So now, because this jump ring is on here, and it's not quite closed, I might add. We can take and put a Tinky Tot onto this jump ring and then onto the chain. But we do want to make sure it's closed because it's going to have the Tinky Tot on it and we don't want it to come undone. So then we're going to get these jump rings on either side here. And then what we will do is get a couple of the Tinky Tots out because they don't want to go through our chain. So we're going to take this one and put it on like we would normally. And then, since there is a little gap at the top of them once they're in, see, like so, we will take a Tinky Tot, and I'll probably need 4 of these because I'll probably need them for the other side of my chain as well. Well, we got a lot more than 4. Isn't that the way it normally goes? So we grab a Tinky Tot. And we're going to go through our ring, our other jump ring here, and then we'll go on to our chain. Now these smaller ones should go through these holes all right. I'm hoping so. There we go. And now we'll close this jump ring up. And we have, voila, our chain on this side. So now, of course, we're going to do the exact same thing on this side over here. Get a jump ring. Put it through our other jump ring and then through the base of our chain. Well, if it stays on at the end of our chain here, go, close this baby up. And chain is applied to both sides. Ta-da! So the next step, of course, is to put on our jump rings on this side, as well as our lobster claw. So in order to do that, we've got the same problem with our chain being tiny, so we go with a smaller jump ring, and then we're going to put the bigger jump ring onto the smaller one, again, just like we did down below. Got to get the proper side here. And then we'll put our lobster claw on this one. Now I did test this lobster claw, it's working fine. See? So then we want to do the same over here with the small one, but then we need also obviously a larger jump ring to go through. Let's see. Well, maybe we're going to use a medium because I don't see my larger ones right now. I know they're right here, but okay, I found my larger one. So we're going to do exactly the same thing with this one as we did with the other side, except for we're just going to put the jump ring on. And because we're just going to put the jump ring on, we don't even need to open that jump ring. What we're going to do is just use our little 4mm oval jump ring to go through, and then just to grab this at the same time. Then we'll close it up. And this is all in here. Now, if you wanted, you could put an extender chain on here right now. I'm not going to bother to. Now we just need to put our focal down here, and we're going to use this medium jump ring I have sitting right here. Close this baby up, and our necklace is finished. So there's what she looks like, all done. Isn't that pretty? Let's get the things out of the way so you can see it better. Extra stuff. go. Didn't it turn out pretty? Such a nice little easy, delicate necklace with all the remaining yellow pearls, all of these pretty green beads. I do still have one pave bead in the bag, as well as another style of focal bead. And then I have these left, as well as I think they're blue, the other ones. So let's see, there's the pave bead. And here are our remaining other beads that are left. So we have purple and blue, as well as this funky little marble piece, and this pave here is what's left so far of my FOC. I think this turned out very pretty. I like it a lot. And of course, these beads here. Well, the ring and these two double bead caps are not part of the FOC, but I probably will leave those double bead caps with my FOC because they are all I have left of this style of double bead cap. So there we go, all finished, and those are leftovers. So these pieces were in the bag with this one, but like I say, I didn't have a way to put the pave in here unless I would have put it in the middle and then chained our heart down to the bottom, but I didn't choose to do that. So there we go. Necklace all finished. Isn't that pretty? Hope you enjoyed making this with me. So there we go. There's my necklace using my some of my FOC, or Found Objects Challenge, from Thunderhorse Descendant. Got to get those. Let's get you down where you belong, right here. There we go. And I think it turned out lovely. I hope you enjoyed making it with me. I did enjoy it. Like I said, the FOC stands for Found Objects Challenge. That's from Thunderhorse Descendant. You buy it sight unseen. You don't know what it is in your kit. You just paid, I think it's $9.30 now for the kit, and then you get what you get when it shows up. You have no knowledge of what it's going to be until it actually does show up. Everybody's is different. Sometimes they're not horribly different. Sometimes you have some of the same beads, but you never have all of the same things. So it's a lot of fun, and there we go. There's our necklace. We never did measure it when we finished. I think it's going to be about 20 to 22 inches. It is, yeah, it's going to be 20. It's 22. See? So there we go. There's our pretty necklace. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.